Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Here we are. It's Jewelry Party Wednesday, and I am very excited to have you all here. If it's your first time joining us, I'm Veronica Stout, and I'm the founder of Vintage Meet Modern Jewelry and Styling. And on Wednesdays, it is our day to kick back and relax and enjoy some time with each other. I am going to find out what is going on over here. I see that we've got some friends who are joining us. And you know what? I will be right back. If I look like I am getting goofy over here, I cannot tell if I am live or not. If somebody is here, oh, here we go. We do have someone. If somebody is here, could you please say in the comments that you're here, because I'm getting a notification on one side that says that yes, okay, there we go. We have jewelry people here. Okay, I feel much better about all of this now. I got a notification that said that we were, I got a notification that said that we were not live, and that it said that I'm sorry, everybody. Maybe it's just because of what I had mentioned earlier. I had a notification that said that we weren't live and that my live had been deleted. So I was like, what? I'm here. So in any case, I am here. It is Jewelry Party Wednesday. Leanne, please let me know if I have lipstick on my teeth, because it seems like it's going to be that kind of night tonight. Anyways, hello, how are you? It's Veronica here. I'm excited. It is Jewelry Party Wednesday. I'm thrilled to see you all here. And somebody says for some reason the page isn't working, but it's all okay. Okay, well, everybody here seems to be in the Facebook group, and everybody else seems to be here hanging out with us on Instagram. So I guess we won't stress so much over the Facebook page tonight. Later on, I'll download the video and we can reshare it over there. But all the really important people who love us, I can see, are all here and joining us. So let's get the party started. So this was the Holiday Ready collection, and I always like to give people tips on how to really truly be holiday ready. And I always like to remind people that this is a great opportunity, because I know everyone is like, well, I know, but it's not even Halloween yet. But like, what happens is that, see, I'm getting that notification again that says that I'm, not going to make it, but we're here, and Leanne will flag me down if we're not. So it's time to get ready for the holidays, even though we haven't had Halloween yet. The reason why is because as soon as we roll into November, we're going to be in holiday mode. And there's a couple things that I really want to tell everybody that's really important. The first of which is that even if you're staying home, remember, you still are more productive and you still feel better about yourself when you get up and you get dressed every day. And even if you're wearing the same thing every day, it's okay. One of the best things that you can do is change your jewelry and your accessories. Another tip is to update your cosmetics. So maybe pick a darker color lipstick. I tend to wear more red in the fall and the winter. Maybe pick a different color nail polish. These are all really easy things that you can do to kind of get holiday ready also. And the other thing is to go ahead, if you know that you're going to be giving some gifts and those types of things and everything, it's a great idea to start actually thinking about it, because we all know that the post office or things have just in general have been, yes, I see somebody who just commented, I'm struggling with getting dressed in the real clothes. I think a lot of people are struggling getting dressed in the real clothes, which is why, if you saw my post earlier, I talked a little bit about the awesome thing about wearing solid colors is that if you wear a lot of solid colors, at least you can make yourself feel more dressed up and more put together by adding accessories to it. So that being the case, let's go ahead. Let's start talking about some awesome pieces that we have. I know Leanne is here. She'll be dropping links in the comments. And if you have any kind of questions on anything, you can certainly head on over to Vintage Meet Modern and you can make some selections and add these pieces to your collection. So the very first piece I'm going to start off with talking about this evening is this really big, gorgeous, beautiful 1950s, 1960s medallion style brooch. And as you can see, this one's a real looker. So this one is over 2 inches wide, and it's a medallion style. So it goes all the way around. And I know some of you watched my tutorial the other day on how to really get a Chanel look by using pearls, and the big pearl brooch and the big pearls, they did sell, but this was one of the other pieces that I clipped on. And I showed how you could clip it on like on a 4-strand. Of course, I don't have my pearls handy. They're on the tray that I was using. I was showing people how you could so easily be able to put this at the center. So this one is a great piece that if you have either the brooch converters or if you have like a multiple strand of pearls, this one's a really pretty piece because as you can see, it's a really nice larger size. So the blouse that I have on today is sort of a baby doll style. It's very forgiving. It is from J. Crew, but via ThredUp. So it's one of my secondhand finds, but new to me. And this one has got a lot of blacks and blues that are running through it. And so this one is a really great piece that if you wear a lot of blacks and blues, it really will lend itself very nicely to that because you're going to pick up on the Aurora Borealis colors and get more flashes of blue. So I do like this one because it's a nice large size. Another thing that I like about it is we have some very pretty jet earrings that match them. So this is a nice statement style. It is a black. They're not signed, but they do feel like they are a Weiss by the size and the style of them. So you can decide which way you want to wear them. Personally, I would like to myself personally wear them on the outside with you've got the the little crest going around it. Trying to figure out where my camera is. There we go. So I like them going with the little teardrops towards the outside. And you can also, though, if you prefer, have them go on the inside too. But they're a nice larger size. Oh, goodness. I don't know if any of you saw my post earlier. So side note, as long as we're side noting things, we just got to see our daughters dance in the dance team for the first time since we got to see them since March. And we were told that we needed to keep our expectations low about being able to have a performance season. And they told us today that we were going to have one. So we got to go and watch our daughters dance. And it was just very emotional because anytime I ever see my daughters dance, it is. So, and they're doing this really beautiful song called Finding Hope. And it's just all about finding hope. And so there wasn't a dry eye in the house while we were all watching them. So, and it was totally socially distant and everybody was safe. And we all had to sit like even 10 feet apart and they were only letting like 10 parents in at a time. So the girls were running the dance over and over again, but it was really beautiful. It was a really beautiful moment. So if I feel like I'm flustered, that's the reason why. So we have got a nice pair of statement earrings that are the black ones that I'm showing you right now. As you can see, they're a little bit of an ear crawler statement style. They are a jet. What's awesome about putting them with this particular brooch is that these are glass cabochons, and they're true glass cabochons, and they're not just lucite ones. And then of course you've got the really beautiful Aurora Borealis that's with it too. So I like the way that you can easily mix other jet jewelry. This would also be really pretty with the 4-strand jet necklace that we have on the website. As long as we're talking about other jet pieces, these earrings are really pretty too. So you can see I have on blue today, and I do have like a hint of black that's running through it. But if you like to wear lighter colors, this would be really fabulous. So yeah, I know. I thank you. Wow, what a year. And you know what? Like I said, I'm guilty of being the type of person who rushes from one thing to the next thing. And so when the world kind of ended in March, the very last thing that we did before everything was shut down with the schools was get to see our daughters performed. And I, of course, was running like a crazy woman to go and see it. And I felt like I never enjoyed it. So because I just felt like we were so rushed. And so like today, I really took the time to enjoy it. So this is the smaller medallion style brooch that also has got the navettes with it. And they match the earrings with the navettes perfectly here. This is a smaller size piece. It does not have a japanned finish. It has a dark gunmetal finish to it. So, the japanned finish is an enameling over the metal, but this is actually a darker color over the base metal. So very similar to like a rhodium plating over the base metal here. But as you can see, there's no wear to the back of it. There is no wear to the plating. And also we've got a really fabulous pair of earrings that go with it. So if you like being able to wear jet with other jet pieces, and remember, this is really classic. So if you wear a lot of pieces like cream, and if you wear winter white, there was also a really wonderful inspirational ad that I had put up from the 1950s this week. She had on camel with a like multi-strand jet necklace. And so camel and black also are a really very striking look, and you can never go wrong with it too. Thank you, Living Artfully. Yes, it is a beautiful. And hello, little fashion stylist. I can't wait for you to receive your treasures. So we've got a lot of really gorgeous pieces, and the jet just always looks so classic in winter. And one of the other ways that I really like to mix it with is when you start seeing more holiday type fabrics with plaid. So your tartan plaid and your red and your black classic plaid. This always is a nice, elegant touch to the plaids. So this is another great one for your holiday ready folks. Next up, we also, as long as we're talking about blue pieces, we have a really gorgeous, so this one is now set into the 18 karat gold over the base metal. So this one is a gold plated and an 18 karat over it. And this one, as you can see, this one's really beautiful because this one has molded art glass stones with it, as well as it has some pressed glass stones with it. And then of course it has some blue Aurora Borealis mixed in. So this is another pretty one. Like I said, this one will pop against whatever colors that you have on it. But if you're also looking to add something to when you're wearing traditional blues, this is really going to give it that more dynamic, a little bit more definition and really catch the eye. So it's a really beautiful sparkly color. What I do love about this is that bright yellows and chartreuse are still very much trending, and this bright blue with the iridescence against the chartreuse looks really fantastic. So if you still like wearing brighter colors even in the winter, which I think is great, I love wearing brighter colors. I do wear a lot of chartreuse with like a gray flannel color a lot. I've got some great pants from J. Crew. I've got a great mini skirt type piece. I love putting all of those together. So if you're looking for something to put against it, this blue is honestly a really, really gorgeous piece. So this one is another fun one to take a look at the website, and it's priced really nicely too. So I definitely hope this one goes home with somebody. As long as we're talking about blues, which we do have a lot of beautiful blues, for those of you who like wearing things together, somebody asked if these were earrings. They're not. They are petite little scatter pins. And, you know, I love scatter pins for all kinds of different reasons. So scatter pins are really awesome because you can layer them up. I'm going to try not to drop them while I do this. You can layer them up. I don't know if I can. My hands are a little jittery, like I told you. So you can layer them up, and then you can also layer them up with other pieces. So if you're going to put like a collection of them together on like a sweater or your favorite jean jacket or your favorite coat or even a beautiful dress, you can really get a really outstanding look by putting clusters together. And, you know, clusters of brooch have been really trending. You know, Gucci did them, Oscar de la Renta did them. So a lot of runway looks with sort of the cluster style. Oh, and there was a really, really beautiful Veronica Beard sweater last year, and it had all different kinds of bejeweled brooches going across the neckline. And that one was really unique because it had all different brooches. So these are the petite scatter pins. They are a 1950s era. They're an 18 karat gold plated, and they also feature a brighter blue in the center, and they also feature a lighter blue going around it, and then it has a classic accent of the diamante. This one is a perfect one, again, to layer up with other pieces, but for those of you who wear pointed collared blouses, it's also pretty to stick them on the edge of the pointed collars too. So if you've got a white Oxford or a classic J. Crew or maybe a Brooks Brothers shirt, this is a fun way to add a little pop of color to them. Plus, since it has the accents of the little diamantes, this is a great piece to wear if you've got your classic diamond jewelry too. So we've got that very pretty blue. We also have got a sort of, I don't know, Kate Middleton or Princess Diana or any kind of different sort of princess style jewelry. This is your traditional oval in the princess setting with the classic diamante rhinestones going around it. This one's kind of cool because it's got a veil, as you can see right here. So you can slip it on a silver or a white gold chain, and it would make a really beautiful pendant. So this is another really easy, fun piece to wear. This would look great mixed with your other fine jewelry. So again, if you've got some diamond studs, little diamond huggies, maybe a collection of vintage tennis bracelets, this would be a fun piece to kind of layer up. And also, if you do wear it with a V-neck, like against the skin, it makes a very lovely pendant. So lots of things that you can do with this one. You can wear it medallion style also. And this one, again, I have on blue and black tonight, but this will definitely show up with a variety of different colors. It's also an open back stone, so you don't have to worry about any foil loss, and you can see that it's got perfect clarity. You can see right through it. And it's also got all of these really beautiful little paste set stones in the halo setting that's going around it, and it's a very heavy rhodium plating. So very, very lovely, very beautiful piece. Now, speaking of getting holiday ready, I really think that these earrings are absolutely fantastic. They're like a little spray style. They're definitely an ear crawler. They go right up the ear. And these are just fabulous. So for those of you who are going to be doing your online holiday cocktail Zoom parties, that's what I keep telling people. Like, you're going to need stuff to wear from the neck up, because for those of you who are going to be doing holiday or cocktail parties, recently I was invited to go to a Zoom like girls' night in type thing, and everyone wore fancy pajamas with like feathers and silk pajamas with everything was Zoom appropriate, but silk pajamas with like animal prints on them. There were people who were wearing monograms, and everybody also had their hair and their makeup and their jewelry on. So for those of you who are going to be looking for something fun to do, don't forget you might be doing some Zoom holiday parties too. So don't forget about the jewelry. So these are these really fabulous ear crawler styles. I love these because it's very easy to wear this with other rhinestone jewelry. So sparkly bracelets, sparkly rings, easy to even wear with a pendant, like I showed you earlier. And it's also awesome because you can wear them and they can really, really show up when you have your hair up too. Just look at the way that they just give you that elegant 1950s old Hollywood glam feel. So these are definitely a huge winner. Just really, really fantastic. Hey, Forensic Fashion Notes, happy birthday. I saw today was your birthday. And for those of you who are also joining us, make sure you check out our interview and our live because it's super fun. Not only does Rachel have a very interesting, fabulous job, she is also a huge color lover. And we also learned that we both have an addiction to vintage anthropology. which was just something like that's one of the fun parts of when you join us and you get to know other people and you also share your stories with me. One, I always hold those stories close to my heart. But secondly, also, it's so fun when you get to connect with somebody and you're like, me too. Like, I thought I was the only person that also had sweaters from Anthropologie from 20 years ago. And then it turns out that you both do. So up next, I am showing you these really beautiful coral bracelets that we have. Now, I always talk to you about how frequently pieces kind of come into the collection in some sort of like Kismet style way. So I found this coral bracelet, knowing that many of you are actually coral collectors. And it's very tiny on the inside. And it's not just coral, it's a coral Pegasus. So it's a coral Pegasus bracelet from the 1950s. It has this very beautiful pink stone with the faux pearls around it, which is another thing that I love because if you wear other classic pearl jewelry, it's very easy to tie these all together. But then I had just recently met with somebody who said, do you want to take the coral? And then like a week later, this other coral bracelet just like magically came into the Vintage Meet Modern collection. So it's neat because we have two bracelets, both similar design style. They both have the expansion, which is great. And when I tell you that they're very lightweight with the expansion, they are. So these are very comfortable to wear. These are like slipping on like those, like your watches that were popular in like the 70s and the 80s. You had the expandable bands. And that's exactly how these are. They're super comfortable. This one is unique because it has the amber crystal design on it, but it also has a little floral design on it. And then this one has this romantic style design, which has got the little bit of a more ornate setting, but it also has the faux pearls. Both of them have all of their pieces. Both of them have all their original rhinestones. And for being from the 1950s, they're pretty fabulous. So these are great pieces to either layer up. They've also been priced very reasonably priced. And we have a lot of other jewelry that will go with it and will match these pieces very nicely. So speaking of amber tones, you can put this amber brooch, which is a vintage made in Austria, definitely with the bracelet, with the expansion bracelet. You can put the pink with other pink and gold jewelry. For example, we have got the pink one. And Leanne's here going, "You're going too fast, Veronica." But if you saw the little star art earrings that we have, the pink and the pearl, you can see the pink matches the same pink crystal. And then there's just enough a hint of the pearl in it that you would definitely be able to create a fun set with those. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with them. And the most important part, though, is that they're really comfortable. And then the last thing that I want to add design-wise is that these were very thoughtfully made, because the way that you put it on with the extension, it's kind of like an ID bracelet. Like, it hugs you just enough that this isn't going to slip around to the back. So if you're putting your hands down a lot or typing away at the computer or something, you can always feel good that you're not actually putting a lot of wear to the center or to the front of it, because it's going to stay in the front. So that's kind of my side note about the design of both of these. They're both really, really wonderful pieces. It's hard for me to talk about the amber piece and then not right away lead into how fabulous this vintage Austria brooch is. So I am a huge fan of the vintage Austria jewelry. Not only do I love the fact that they do all these really unique prong settings, but obviously the Austrian crystals just have this really fabulous cut and clarity to them. So this one is beautiful because it looks like it has all of this intricate detailing to it. It does. If you look at the back, it has been riveted perfectly, and you can even see when the tiers are put together, there's been some hand wiring. And then right under the back of the brooch is that made in Austria symbol. And so this one is gorgeous because the other thing that I like about it is if you look very closely right here in the centers of it, it also has a bit of a floral design to it. This piece just sparkles so gorgeous. So even though I have on cool tones with the black and the blue today, you can see how beautiful and how sparkly this one is. So this one is another great piece. It's also a nice size and nice scale. So this one is one that you can very easily wear. Thank you, Living Artfully. Yes, this one is a really fabulous piece. This is a really great piece for you to be able to wear on both your lighter weight jackets as well as be able to wear on your thicker fabrics as well too. And if you need any suggestions of what kind of colors to put this with, you can see, even though I have this against the cooler tones, this is one that you could have stand out against a variety of different colors and really make a beautiful style statement with. Plus, it's a very unique piece, and you have the ability to be able to wear it in different ways too. You can wear it this way, you can wear it off to the side, you can wear it centered, however you want. But those of you who know, one of my other favorite pieces that I like to wear a lot is that Anthropologie cowl neck sweater. And I love the cowl neck because it has the big cowl neck, and then it's really great for brooches. For those of you who like to wear cowl necks, this would be a really beautiful piece to pin on it. All right, we're talking a lot about brooches, but if brooches aren't your thing, remember we have that beautiful, this is another made in Austria piece. It is signed right in the center. You can't really see the design very well from here, but if you head on over to the website, you can take a closer look at it. So this is the 1950s Austria medallion style pendant. Now, at first glance, when I had this one in my possession, I thought, oh, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to find the brooch and the pin back. This has always been a pendant. There never was a pin back on the back of it. It's not like anybody even removed it. It's always been a pendant. But for those of you who have always really admired the brooches, but have said, I'm just not really a brooch person, this is the ability to get a statement pendant with having it be the same style as many of those medallion brooches that so many of you love. So this one's just got gorgeous coloring and styling. And also, as you know, I'm a huge fan of wearing longer necklaces. I don't like wearing 16 inch and 18 inches. As you can see, this will hit you at a very tasteful length. but it's not too deep that it's hanging into a V. But for those of you who like things that are a little longer like me, it's not all up right in like the 16, 18-inch area too. So this one is a great one. You can definitely put this one with other warm tones, but this would look also very elegant with just a classic V-neck. Of course, it would look beautiful with a classic white or a classic cream. And it's a nice size and scale. So it's about 2 inches across, and it's not too heavy also. So for those of you who are mindful or conscious of wearing pieces all day long, I always like to be very honest with you. This piece is a piece that you could easily wear all day without feeling like your neck is being hung over in terms of being a statement necklace. It also, though, goes really nice with your other amber jewelry. So if you've got other earrings that are in this tone, and then of course you can always wear it with your classic gold too. So if you've got a tiny pair of gold hoops or maybe a pair of gold beads that you wear all the time, you can definitely be able to enjoy and wear this one. But when I tell you that this one lays perfectly, it does lay perfectly. All right, up next, as long as we're talking about blues, let's talk a little bit more about some other blues. We have got these gorgeous, I think they look like mermaid scales to me. So these are a pressed glass, and these are a vintage Judy Lee. They do have these really beautiful crescent style rhinestones that have been set within them. They do flash a blue and a green, but as you see today, I have got on this blue and black, like I said, J. Crew via thread up blouse that even has just like a very, very hint of blush running through it. But I wanted to show you that even though you see it flash green, you're not limited to wearing it with a blue or a green. You can wear it with your classic blue. You can wear it with your classic green. You can wear these with black. You can wear them with a more neutral or a pastel colored lipstick. You can wear it with a bold red like I have on. And for those of you who prefer something that's more of a cluster style statement earring versus an ear crawler or something dangly, you get a lot of beautiful color with these without having to have either something going all the way up or something dangling down. Another benefit of these is that they do go very lovely with green. So I had asked a lot of people today what their favorite color is. And by the way, if you're joining me and you haven't answered that question, go ahead and tell me what your favorite color is to wear or what your favorite color jewelry is, because I'm always interested in knowing what other colors people really love. So these are fabulous. They look very beautiful with green. They look really great with just classic tones too, but they are definitely the right size and scale. And for those of you who either have blue-green eyes or a true green or a true blue, these are really going to complement your eyes, and you're going to receive a ton of compliments whenever you wear them. So we have got those beautiful beauties. Up next, we have a really lovely mid-century modern. They're kind of a crinkle or a ruffled style design. And for those of you who have been waiting for more silver, I did receive a couple requests. People were like, Veronica, you're showing so much gold, gold, gold. And I was like, don't worry. We have lots of holiday sparkles coming. We have lots of pieces in the rhodium plating and lots of places in the silver. I'm not going to forget about you. So we have a very lovely mid-century modern silver ruffle earring that has got a blue aurora borealis in the center. These are another great pair. For those of you, though, who like wearing something that has just more of a traditional metal with it, because maybe you just wear a classic earring during the day, this has got the silver with it, so it's definitely a little easier, I guess you could say, to dress down, but it does have just a hint of sparkle in the center. This is another one that is a nice statement style. As you can see, it is, again, more of a cluster style. It's not an ear crawler and it's not a dangle, so it's very easy to wear every day. And there's a lot of beautiful pieces that will go with it. So these are some of my recommendations to go with it. We also have a really beautiful authentic check necklace, an Art Deco one. This one has got the silver beads on it. And I'm sorry if I'm not answering your questions along the way. I told you I'm getting this error saying on the other side of the screen that my live has been canceled. And so far, Leanne hasn't sent me SOS messages saying that we're not going through. But as a result of it, I have this gigantic box on the other side, and I'm scared to close it because maybe we'll just disappear altogether. So this is the blue check necklace. This one has got some faceted crystals that are vintage Austria or vintage Czech, and they are mixed in with a lighter blue. And this one is a great one to put with other blue jewelry. Or, for example, as I was saying earlier, There are several other pieces that go very nicely with this blue crystal necklace. So if you're a fan of being able to wear necklaces and brooches together, this is a nice necklace to pair with this piece. Earlier, I showed you the little scatter pins. If you like wearing a little necklace with the same time, with a pin at the same time, or maybe you like wearing sets in terms of sweater sets, twin sets, you like wearing a similar tank and then maybe a blazer over it. If you're looking for something to put on your lapel, but then be able to put on a necklace, this is kind of a nice little marriage of pieces together. And then we also have that really beautiful trillion cut. So the trillion cut bracelet is another real beauty. And this one has got a true blue and it looks really beautiful with the facets in the blue check necklace here too. And this has the most beautiful light blue color, this bracelet. So this is the vintage Suzanne Somers. And again, what I love to remind people is the early 1980s jewelry. So the jewelry that started coming out when QVC and HSN first started cutting out, all the handsies were hand cut. And so they really had a beautiful sparkle to them. And as you can see, this one is no exception. The other thing I like about this one is the stones are a nice larger size. So it's a pretty substantial tennis bracelet in terms of things. This one looks great layered up with other pieces, and it also looks really beautiful layered with a watch. So we have got this bracelet, we have got these earrings, and then we have this necklace, which all fall into the category of that very pretty blue suite that I'm showing you this week. So if you're a fan of blue or you just like those kind of crystally colors, these are all really great pieces to add to your collection. And if everybody noticed, I was very calm and I didn't get upset that I was scared I was going to get it stuck in my hair. But there's still time tonight, right? Okay, up next, a lot of people were commenting. So we did the Tuesday, and I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to respond to everybody yet. We have a very beautiful ruby red crystal necklace with a caged design going over it. Now this one again is another unsigned piece, but it has all the classic characteristics of a Weiss. And we have had the caged earrings in both a green and a black before. And we have had these before and the earrings were signed and not the necklace. So I have a strong suspicion that this piece is Weiss. So as you can see, this is another perfect piece to get you ready for the holidays. This is another beautiful piece to wear with any of your classic necklines. And also, this is another great one to wear with black velvet. Again, if you're going to start pulling out those plaids, whatever traditional sort of it that you like, this is going to be another one that's going to be great to complement those pieces. So think of all those really beautiful fabrics that you love, whether it's a red plaid with black and a little bit of green running through it, or it's a tartan plaid where it's got the traditional hunter and the black running through it. This one would be another really pretty piece. This would be also really fabulous with some of your Angora style sweaters. So if you've got some things that are kind of that fuzzy cashmere style, this would be very pretty to fill those types of necklines if you're a type of person that loves wearing a cream, a forest green, a classic red cashmere sweater. And then of course, this is perfect to put with any little black dress or perfect to put with any kind of holiday dress that you might. This, of course, would also look very dynamic with other red pieces. So if you are a red girl, this may be a piece you want to add to your collection. And we also do have a very pretty pair of emerald cut and diamante little small statement earrings that just happen to go so lovely with this really beautiful necklace. I was excited to see that when we did our little Tuesday, more people on that thread said, oh, they have to stay together. So for those of you who are looking for a pair of earrings to match this beautiful necklace, these are definitely a winner. As you can see, very easy to be able to wear. This does have a very princessy feel to it. And of course, the earrings are a great addition to being able to put them all together. So, and the earrings are a nice size and scale too. So you can definitely be able to wear them for a daytime, and you can definitely be able to dress them up as much as you want also. So we've got these little sweeties, very, very cute, nice size, nice scale. And they do have that classic sort of emerald cut to them, but then they also have got the little princess style design again going with it with a little halo effect. So definitely love these. Those are a great pair. Talked a little bit about the bracelets, talked a little bit about the brooches. Let's see what else I have here. Sort of surprised that this one is hanging around. So I know Alicia Midoff said she couldn't join us tonight. She said she was working for work and she was going to catch the replay. But recently she was showing out some of her finds, and she had a pair of earrings that were like a double flower of this. And again, I believe this is an unsigned Weiss because I am 100% sure that if I look through the VMM archives, we actually had this brooch attached to a Weiss card. So this one is a very beautiful, it is an Alexandrite story or sort of coloring. So it will flash your pink or your purple, depending on whatever you put with it. You're gonna see the way that it's gonna take on a completely different color when I put it against the blue here tonight. You're going to see that it does take on that more of that bluey purple color that I was just talking about. And you're going to see that if I put it against, actually have this floral pattern here, you can see how if you pull it against other pastels, how you're going to see more of the pinks undertone to it. You never know what you're going to find on my desk. It's just one of those days. So you can see that this one is going to change with whatever color you're going to put it with. This one's also really pretty because if you like the bezel set jewelry, it has a very similar feel to the little bezel setting that you see that goes all the way around it and goes in the back. So this one's nice because it has the open back stones. As you can see, when you have the open back stones, you don't have any foil loss, but all of these are in excellent condition, and it's a very sparkly, beautiful piece. And you can put this with lots of different kinds of styles, and it'll just be one that you'll enjoy all year long. All right, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. I was talking to you earlier about all of those really beautiful jet pieces that we had. For those of you who do like jet jewelry and are looking for something to maybe match up to the jet pieces that we have got a very lovely jet and smoked diamante ring that goes very nicely with all the jet pieces. So this one has the same sort of lines and details, as you can see, as the brooch. So this is a very pretty set to put together. And for those of you who really like the earrings, you can also see how pretty this ring looks with the jet and smoked ring with the earrings too. So just keep that in mind. We do have a lot of really beautiful jet pieces. And that's why I loved being able to reference that magazine ad that we had with the model with the camel color and all the jet jewelry, because it was really a very elegant look. We also have got a pair of pierced Art Deco style earrings. These are a vintage Avon. They are from the 1980s, and they do have the enamel and they do have pierced backs. These also go very nicely with all of the jet pieces. This even looks really fantastic with the brooch that we showed you at the very beginning of the evening. And it looks really great with the ring too. I was going to put up the other pair of earrings, but obviously you can't wear two pairs of earrings, at least clip earrings, at the same time. All right. We also have got a awesome, for those of you who are, this is definitely one of, I think, my favorite pieces. I really like chatelaine style pieces because I like to wear a lot of cardigans. And this one has got these really pretty details on it. And so for those of you who like wearing cardigans, this is the chatelaine style with the cat's eye moon glow. And then it also has the little fleur de lis. This one is another really pretty piece. And for those of you who, like I said, for those of you who love wearing cardigans, this one is a great one. And it doesn't have to go across either. You can just wear it from side to side, sort of lapel style. And it makes a really nice dynamic look too. It's also a really nice place to play with different ways. And also I like this one on thicker sort of sweater blazers too. I know you all know that I'm really big fans of those J. Crew sweater blazers. And this is a nice one because those have very wide panels on them, because they fit like a blazer, but they also have the thickness of a sweater. This looks really, really pretty against the cream and the gray color ones they have. So that's another very pretty piece that we have this week. Alrighty. We also have a very beautiful smoked Kramer. So this is the smoked Kramer brooch that we have. This one has got sort of a gray sort of diamante tone that goes under it. And I was just showing earlier that if you like that smoke color, it looks really beautiful with this ring as well. This one is another one of my favorites because you can put it and you can make it go dark if you want it to go dark. If you want it to go lighter, meaning if you want it to go with more classic pieces, it's also very easy to put it with that. This piece also looks really nice with red. The color and the tone of the gold on this particular piece lends itself to a little bit more of a paler tone, so it really pops against the color red, but it's the same gold tone to pick up on the same sort of warm undertone. So if you wear a lot of red, if you have a favorite red twin set, favorite red cardigan, maybe you've got a red V-neck that you wear, or maybe you even just have a red scarf and you're looking for something to add, this is a really beautiful piece with red. So I do love this one a lot, and I like that it's a Kramer too. And speaking of smoked pieces, there's also a pair of vintage Signer earrings that you can definitely pick up on the smoked side of things. So we have got a nice, there you go, nice tight snap on those. This is a vintage Signer. These feature, again, a halo style design. It has got a larger smoke colored crystal in the center, and then it's got the pave that is set around it. As you know, Signer is the oldest costume jewelry, designer jewelry company in the country. They've been in business for over 129 years, and all of their pieces are manufactured here, right here in New York City. So for those of you who love buying American made, that is simply just made absolutely beautifully, definitely add some Signer pieces to your collection. But if you're looking for something to match in that same sort of smoke tone, you can also pick up the smoke tone that you see in the vintage Kramer piece. So these make a very nice set with each other as well. So we have those pieces. We've got that really outstanding vintage Juliana. So this one features the Navette stones, the large center stone, and then it's got the spray that's going over it. This one features just enough of an Aurora Borealis, and this one is absolutely outstanding against a classic black. So this one is just got all the wow factor. It ticks all the boxes. This one looks really fabulous. This is another great one that if you're looking for something to put through a patterned scarf, you're looking to put this one on a hat, you're looking to pin this one to a clutch. Like we were showing those Maps and Mary ones. Velvet season is coming. This is a gorgeous piece to put against velvet. So really, really beautiful. And there's a lot of different other pieces that you can put with it. You can do the Sweet Romance pearl bracelet. You can do other classic pearl and rhinestone jewelry. And of course, you can even mix it with like your other classic rhinestone pieces. So lots of different things that you can do with this one, but definitely the wow factor, definitely a gorgeous piece, and definitely one that you'll treasure for many, many years to come. And it is a verified Juliana. It's actually on the Juliana verification website. And as we're winding down here, we have a gorgeous Zoe Coste, so a French designer. This is the garland style necklace. A lot of people always say that this sort of design kind of reminds them of a wreath, but this one has got a very beautiful bow at the top. It has a little dangle in the center, and then of course it has the floral design going around it. This is just a very lovely piece, and it's on a delicate styled chain, not too delicate. It's not like a super, super fine one, but it is a more delicate style chain. So it has the look and the feel of a piece of fine jewelry, but it still has a bit of a statement style to it. So this one hangs a little lower. And it also, again, it goes really nicely with other classic rhinestone pieces. Based on how I am and how you know I like to tell you about pieces, I would wear this with something with a higher neck. I certainly wouldn't wear it with a deep V. That's just not my style. But as you can see, it lays at a nice length, and it has just the amount of crystals and rhinestones with it. And it goes very nicely with other crystal and rhinestone jewelry. So if you've got classic gold and rhinestone earrings, this would be another pretty one to put with it. You can certainly put it with other rhinestone pieces or your fine jewelry like diamond studs. So this one is another great one, and this one would look so pretty against any of your classic jewel tones. So your emerald green, your deep plums, your classic reds, your navy blues, your teals, this would be really beautiful against any kind of jewel tones. So whether you wear a lot of jewel tone jewelry all during the winter, or maybe you've got some form of a signature color that you love wearing. Certainly I do. I wear a lot of emerald green, wear a lot of blue. This is another pretty one to be able to put against with all of those pieces. And it looks really festive too. It's a fun piece, a great piece to be able to add to your collection. Alrighty, we did have, speaking of, we had a really beautiful green Sputnik brooch, and we had this bracelet paired up with it, but the brooch has been sold and is off to a new home, but we still have a lovely emerald crystal bracelet. This one's another one that's great to match up with other pieces. So if you like layering pieces, you can easily be able to do that. So it's a nice size. As you can see, I had that. Still had the Suzanne Somers bracelet on, so you can see it's very easy to layer up with other pieces, and it looks great with other shades of green. I'm looking here to see if I have anything else with the green in it, but for example, you can bring out the emerald or the green colors as I'm showing you here, the little green leaves that you have in this gorgeous Nolan Miller brooch. So really a nice piece, very lightweight. Just a really great classic 1950s, 1960s, mid-century modern style. And then, of course, there's the flexibility of it having the mesh. So again, another very comfortable and very easy to wear piece. So love anything that has flexibility and moves with a woman while she's actually wearing it. We have a sweet little pair of vintage Weiss earrings. These featured an ambered pressed flower with a hint of Aurora Borealis. This one is another pretty one to be able to wear with any of those ambery tones that we had. So I showed you earlier, we had the medallion style brooch. We have a smoked diamond Kramer brooch in a medallion style. We have that other Kramer brooch, which also features the smoke style and the ambery undertones. This is a very pretty piece to put with it. And then you can even do the vintage Austria piece. You can bring out the golden tones that you see in the Austria piece with this earrings. These are really pretty set together. We also have got a beautiful heliotrope bracelet. That's another one of my favorites that we have this week. I'm sorry, I feel so bad that I can't respond to everybody's comments. Behind the scenes, like I said, I have this big box on the side that's telling me that my Facebook Live has either crashed or was unavailable. It says it was canceled. So it's covering up the comment box on the other side, though at the very beginning, Leanne was able to flag everybody down and say that, oh, we're here, don't worry, your Facebook Live was not cut off. So here we have got the really beautiful, this is a heliotrope bracelet with the dark Aurora Borealis and has got the leaf design to it. As you can see, like I said, I have on the blue today, and you can see you can put this with like a huge variety of different colors, and it's going to put whatever you have with it. So again, I don't mean to bring this back, but you can see even when you put it in lighter tones, it has that chameleon effect, and it's going to take on whatever you put it with. Really beautiful. And another perfect one to wear when you wear any kind of the jewel tones. So thinking of your amethyst color, your emerald green, your teals, your navies, your reds and pinks, this would be very lovely with any of those. And it has just tons of sparkle. Look at the sparkle, so pretty. So we have a lot of pieces, as I say, looking for forever homes tonight. So it's hard for me to really pick a favorite this week. If I was to tell you which pieces if I was to personally shop for you and tell you as a personal shopper what my favorite pieces are, I'll give you a window into that just quickly as I clean up the trays here. I would say that hands down, my favorites are the caged ruby necklace with the ruby colored stones, and then it's got the silver over it. I love those. I absolutely love this large medallion style brooch with the jet and the Aurora Borealis. It's a fantastic piece. I love the jet earrings that feature the little bit of the ear crawler style going up. So that's number 3. I love anything that has a variation in the different kind of stones. So this one has got the pressed glass rhinestones that have the different textures. It's got a hint of Aurora Borealis. And then, of course, today I'm in a blue mood, so I love this blue. And then last, I am just absolutely, I think that if you're looking for a really standout pair of earrings to wear all holiday season, these remind me not just of fireworks, but they also look like little harps to me. These are another hand down my favorites. So, but I of course want to hear what your favorites are too. So we have a lot of fabulous pieces this evening. I hope that you find the perfect piece to add to your collection, because as I clean up the tray here, we do indeed have a little bit of something for everyone this week. So there's beautiful golds, there's beautiful silvers, beautiful pieces with all kinds of colors, both warm tones and cool tones. We've got some great bracelets, there's fabulous rings, and of course we just have some absolutely outstanding brooches. So excited and so happy for whenever we can, source ones that are of the best quality. And everything is tonight. There's no foil loss to any of these. There's no wear to any of the plating. There's no missing stones. So the brooches are really outstanding. So for those of you who are new to collecting brooches, these are definitely ones you're going to enjoy and enjoy for years to come. And you'll have so much fun adding to them. And for those of you who are my serious brooch collectors, which I know many of you are, because that's why you come to Vintage Meet Modern, we have some really gorgeous brooches for you this week too. So that's it. So, I mean, we've been here. We've done this for 50 minutes. I hope that I had an opportunity to answer all of your questions about some of the pieces. If you do have a specific question on any of the pieces you saw tonight, don't hesitate to flag me down in our private Facebook group or to just comment on this. And I promise that I will get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's time for us to celebrate everybody being here together. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It means more than you know. I cannot express to you how wonderful it feels to have so many women that we bring together and share the joy of jewelry. And it's been a really incredible week. We've had some wonderful conversations with women from all over the country, all different walks of life. I'd love to invite any of you that if you ever want to have a style chat with me about your personal style or why you love wearing vintage jewelry, I place an extreme amount of value on hearing why all of these pieces mean so much to you. And I met a lot of different people this week through a lot of different things. And I was really surprised at how people circled back to talking about how that they either had a happy memory connected to it or somebody special that they loved that might still be here or might have even passed, as to how they really love and appreciate vintage jewelry. So it's been a really great week, and I really appreciated hearing everyone's stories. So on that note, remember, all of you, take time to celebrate your inner sparkle so that you can let your personal style shine wherever you go, because you are all beautiful and the world for sure needs more of you in it. So don't be afraid to share that sparkle. And now it is time to say adieu. But before I go, please head on over to Vintage Meet Modern, and I hope you pick your favorite piece and go ahead and add it to your collection, and then send me a picture of you wearing it, because that means so much to us. And we, of course, love to see your smile and your sparkle too. So everyone, have a wonderful evening. Happy Wednesday. I am sure I will see you all again soon. So stay tuned and head on over to VMM and check out everything that is new and fabulous, and we'll get you ready for the holiday season. So good night, everyone, and I will see you all again real soon. And I hope I end this correctly and Gail won't message me and say, "Pranita, you're still alive."